All right, YouTube, we are back with another Gideon Optic. And this one right here is the MOS model. Has a huge, massive glass on it, and it comes in at a great and affordable price tag. Now, with these type of optics online, you tend to spend $300 to $400 for something in this price range, but Gideon continues to keep prices very low. And we appreciate that. I appreciate that, you know, as a content creator. And I know a lot of people online, they just simply don't have the money. And then you have some other people online too who have the money, but they may not want to spend a lot of money on certain optics. So this may be an option for you. I do want to thank Gideon Optic for sending this out to the channel. And of course, guys, you're going to see many more products coming over to the channel, which is amazing. This optic has been out for quite some time, but we're going to do a thorough review and see what you all think about this product. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this lit review. All right, big shout outs to Gideon Optics for sending this out to the channel and allowing you guys to be able to see if this is something that you may want to run on your pistol or your rifle, because I have it set up both ways. So let's check out this Gideon Granite MOS Comp 8 MOA optic. This is the box right here. I actually like their boxes. So that's the box. That's what it looks like. It gives you warnings and things like that. Let's go ahead and open it up. See what we have. We have a microfiber cloth here. So right here you have your Gideon Optics Granite pamphlet. And it gives you a lot of information in the inside right there. And here is the optic in plastic. Of course, they give you a lot of screws here. These are the measurements that you see on the screen. I put an X on the one that I'll be using. I always do that so I don't get confused. You have your tools. And what else is in here? And I believe there was a battery in here too, guys. I can't remember if I took that out or not, but I think it was. So that's it right there. Let's go ahead and look at this optic. Go ahead and open it up. This was a pretty interesting optic. When I received it and I seen it, I was like, man, I want to go ahead and try that out. So here it is right here. This is the Gideon Comp optic. And of course, when you see the larger screens, you know that it can be used for competition. When you have those bigger dots, of course, those are used for competition. So that's what it looks like. It has a very interesting design. Some people don't like how big this battery is sitting on the side of the optic right there. But I guess it's okay. You have your design here, and then you have the Gideon branding right here at the top, and pretty thin rear base. And that's what I like. When these optics come in, I don't like them to have a thick end piece right here. I like it to be thinner, and I like how they did that. This is the bottom of it right here and what it looks like. As far as measurements, this optic is measured at 50.5 millimeters by 38.55 millimeters with a deck height of 8.4 millimeters. And they state that it weighs 1.97 ounces. So of course, we're gonna go ahead and weigh it right now. All right, let's go ahead and set it to 0. It's set to 0. You don't have any screws or anything like that. Oh, I almost forgot. Keep in mind, in the box, it did come with a rail mount adapter, and I'm gonna show you that, but let's go ahead and put it on the scale. So it came in at 1.9 ounces as far as the weight, and that's with the battery inside of it. So if you really think about it, for how big it is, this is fairly light, I think. So that's pretty impressive that they were able to do that. You also get this Pikatini adapter right here. Okay, so you could put on your Pikatini rail. That comes with it inside the box. So I have it on my rifle already. That way I could switch it between my Glock 17L and also my rifle. So right there, and I have it on a cant at the bottom. That was sold separately, but as far as this piece, this does come in the packaging. The Granite is parallax free to 33 yards, And as far as the material, it is a very, very solid form factor. As far as the material, this is a 7075-76 aluminum, and I'll come closer, which is an aircraft grade aluminum. So you get some of the best aluminum right there for those hard times. Moving right along, let's go ahead and look at the tint right there to help with glare while you're out there at the range. Looking at the lens right here, the lens is pretty clear. So while shooting, I didn't have any issues with any type of blur or anything like that. So it's a pretty clear window, as you can see on here. It is a 28.33 millimeter wide by 22.5 millimeter tall as far as the lens is concerned. And it is housed in a very strong housing right here, as you can see. Now let's talk about some ratings on this optic. This is also a shockproof and waterproof optic, and it has a IPX7 waterproof rating, which means it can withstand submersion in 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. Now let's look at the elevation and windage right here. Your elevation is right there, which is up and down. And then on the side right here, you have your windage, which is left and right. And you can see that right there if I can get it to focus. There it is. You can fine tune the adjustments up to 45 MOA each at 1 MOA per click. So keep that in mind. You can also choose between red or green reticle colors before you purchase on their website. And of course you can see that right now. Now let's look at some of the functions right here. You have them right here with these rubberized buttons, arrow up and then arrow down. As far as the power to turn it on, you simply tap the arrow up button. So let's go ahead and do that. Tap it, and there's your red dot right there. And it can get extremely bright. To turn it off, you just simply tap the volume down button right here for about 3 seconds. So you just long press it, hold it down, boom, 1, 2, 3. And it should turn right off. Keep in mind, this is not a multi-reticle optic. So if that's something that you're looking for, this is not going to be the optic for you, but this is not multi-reticle. There are 10 adjustable brightness settings, and let me show you what they look like real quick. So let's go ahead and turn it back on. Tap the arrow up 1 time, and then we'll turn this all the way down right here. Okay, so we're going to volume up 10 times. So let's go ahead and do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this thing gets insanely bright, as you can see. And I move it farther away and close up just to, so you can get a better visual of what that dot looks like. And then keep in mind, I always say this in the videos, guys, there's a distortion with the way the dot shows from your end. It's just because of the camera and the lighting and things like that, and the optic, it plays different. But when you're looking at it, it's a smaller dot, but it is a 8 MOA red dot. Let's go back and look at the battery compartment right here. So this is the battery area. And of course, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver to unscrew it. You just unscrew it right here off the side. Show you what it looks like. Okay, and that's your battery right there. So of course, inside you have a CR2032 battery that you can use, and you can get these from Amazon and things of that nature. Right here, if you look at the cover looks like it does have a O-ring in it, and I can see it. Let me see if I could touch that. See if it feels rubbery. Yeah, there it is right there. So it's a rubber O-ring, if you guys can see it right there on the end where my fingernail is at. So that's pretty cool to know about that. That helps with that resistance factor. And it's pretty easy to put it back on. You just simply put it over the top of the cover, turn it, and then just tighten it back down with your flathead screwdriver. Now, something I noticed about this optic, it is pretty easy, it looks like, to screw it on, but you do get, some nicks and crannies while doing so. So just be real careful with that. Also, something else very interesting about this optic is that it does have motion sensing technology, which powers down your optic after 255 seconds without movement. So that's pretty cool. If you come from the front right here, you can see the emitter right there towards the rear. And as I said before, it is extremely bright. As far as promos, as of today's date, guys, and today is July 13th, 2025, you can trade in your old optic and get $50 back on this optic after purchase. I said that before in another Gideon video that I have. It's kind of cool that they have that special still going for you all, and then I hope you save some coin while purchasing. So as far as I can see so far, pretty interesting build. I just think in the future they should make this area right here a little bit smaller, maybe while using a smaller battery, and in turn they can get that kind of shrunk down, keep this base right here nice and thin, and just keep running these big, windows. I simply love those huge windows on these optics. Let me know in the comment section below if you are already running competitions with this type of optic and if that's something that you're really enjoying. All right, so right now I'm going to go ahead real quick, give you guys some footage of me shooting this on my pistol.
That was my fault. Let me redo that. Okay, you're good.
All right, so that pretty much sums it up for the full review. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you have this optic right here, or are you thinking about getting this product right here? Let me know, guys. Drop it in the comments below. Also, I just wanted to tell you that this type of optic, again, does have the bigger window. So to me, it looks a little bit better on larger firearms like your full-size firearms, or if you can get away with it like your compact firearms, because it is a larger window. Also, don't forget that this optic will be in the description of the video. So if you go down into the description, you will see the link. All you have to do is just simply click on the link. Once you click on the link, it'll lead you to my campsite page. And then from there, you can shop around. It'll be other products, but for sure you will see this right there, all right? So far, this competition optic has been holding up, but we'll see. And this is to be continued. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And remember,
I'm not from this planet.